Number 20. Price $375,000. The LEXUS LFA was launched at the 2009 Tokyo Motor Show. It's powered by a 4.8-liter naturally aspirated V10 that delivers a maximum output of 553 horsepower at 9,000 RPM and a peak torque of 354 pound-feet at 6,800 RPM. The supercar from Japan can sprint from 0 to 60 in just 3.6 seconds and won't stop until it reaches a top speed of 202 miles per hour. Number 19. Price $370,000. The Aston Martin Vantage GT12 was unveiled at the 2015 Geneva Motor Show, and only 100 units were made. The GT12 is a race-derived special dedicated to the company's success in the global GT3 race series. It features the same engine as the V12 Vantage S, yet power has been increased from 565 horsepower to 592, and torque is up from 457 pound-feet to 461. Thanks to this engine, the car can hit 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds. Number 18. Price $450,000. The production version of the Carrera GT debuted at the 2003 Geneva Motor Show. Porsche's flagship was based on a monocoque chassis made entirely of carbon fiber reinforced polymer. The mid-mounted naturally aspirated V10 with a capacity of 5.7 liters produced 603 horsepower and 435 pound-feet of torque. It accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds and powers on to reach a top speed of 208 miles per hour. Number 17. Price $274,000. The Audi R8 Green Hell is designed to pay tribute to the R8 LMS race car, which has won the endurance event at the German circuit 5 times since 2012. Based on the R8 Performance Coupe, it's powered by a naturally aspirated 5.2-liter V10 engine that produces 611 horsepower, enough to sprint to 62 miles per hour in just 3.1 seconds, and reaches a top speed of 205 miles per hour. Audi only makes 50 of the R8 Green Hell worldwide. Number 16. Price $275,000. The SLS AMG Black Series is a high-performance variant of the SLS AMG Coupe inspired by the SLS AMG GT3. It was launched at the 2012 LA Auto Show. The 6.3-liter V8 M159 engine was tuned to 622 horsepower and 468 pound-feet of torque. The red line has been increased from 7,200 RPM to 8,000 RPM, and the titanium exhaust produces a sound that'll be remembered for a long time. The Black Series engine was, at the time, the most powerful naturally aspirated V8 engine fitted into production cars. Number 15. Price $328,000. The STO's engine and transmission are shared with the HURACAN Performante, with a 631 horsepower 5.2-liter engine producing 417 pound-feet of torque, and the naturally aspirated V10 also sounds impressive with that unmistakable Lamborghini tone that begins low and growly before opening out into full-on screech from 6,000 RPM to the red line at 8,500 RPM. It streaks from 0 to 62 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds, 0 to 124 miles per hour in 9 seconds, and a top speed of 193 miles per hour. Number 14. Price $122,000. ACR is the high-performance variant of Viper. It stands for American Club Racing in Dodge parlance. The 2016 Dodge Viper ACR came installed with an aerodynamic body kit made from carbon fiber that included a front splitter and a fixed carbon fiber rear wing producing 1,500 pounds of downforce at corners. It's powered by an 8.4-liter dinosaur-fueled V10 that delivers 645 horsepower and 600 pound-feet of torque. Number 13. Price $660,000. Designed by Ken Akiyama, Pininfarina's chief designer at the time, the ENZO featured styling cues previously unseen on a Ferrari. It was first introduced at the 2002 Paris Motor Show with a limited production of 399 units. ENZO's heart is its 6-liter V12 engine, which produces a whopping 651 horsepower. Combined with a dry weight just shy of 2,767 pounds, blisteringly quick transmission, and a 0 to 60 time of just 3.1 seconds, the ENZO is described as the pinnacle of performance at that time. Number 12. Price around $90,000. The 2023 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 made its official debut on October 26, 2021. The supercar boasts the most powerful, naturally aspirated production V8 ever, specifically a 5.5-liter V8 engine that produces 670 horsepower at 8,400 RPM and 460 pound-feet of torque. It can also rev to 8,600 RPM, giving off a wail that's more Italian supercar than American muscle while doing so. Number 11. The one-off supercar is based on the discontinued GTC4 Lusso and features a body whose lines were inspired by Ferrari 410 Super America and 500 Superfast. Its V12 powertrain is precisely the same as the GTC4 Lussos, so it's a naturally aspirated 6.3-liter unit that produces 681 horsepower and 514 pound-feet of torque. No price for the car has been given, but it'll not be less than millions of dollars with a coach-built supercar. Number 10. Price $1.4 million. The BRABHAM B262 is a mid-engine track day car built by BRABHAM Automotive in Australia. It was introduced in 2018 and only 70 units were produced. It's powered by a mid-mounted 5.4-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine based on the Ford V8 modular engine architecture. The engine's been extensively modified and has a power output of 691 horsepower and 492 pound-feet of torque, giving the car a power-to-weight ratio of 653 horsepower per ton. Number 9. Price $1.25 million. Based on the CLK GTR, the Supersport represents the pinnacle of Mercedes-Benz development. It's the product of HWA, a specialist firm that helped Mercedes-Benz prepare the original CLK GTRs that raced the GT1 class at Le Mans. These cars were similar to CLK GTRs, yet were powered instead by the Mercedes-AMG 7.3-liter V12. The engine generated a power output of 711 horsepower and 580 pound-feet of torque. Only 5 were built with the 7.3-liter engine. Number 8. Price $4.3 million. The track-focused variant of the T50 is named after legendary 3-time F1 world champion and Gordon Murray's former Brabham teammate Niki Lauda. It's powered by a naturally aspirated Cosworth-designed 3.9-liter V12, which combines with a roof-mounted high-performance Ram induction airbox to deliver 725 horsepower and 358 pound-feet of torque. It can also rev to 12,100 RPM. Only 25 units will be made, and some 15 have already been sold. Number 7. Price $1.9 million. 177 is one of the most expensive and rare supercars ever built by Aston Martin. It made its official debut at the 2009 Geneva Motor Show. It features a full carbon fiber monocoque chassis, a handcrafted aluminum body, and a 7.3-liter DOHC 4-valve per cylinder V12 engine with variable valve timing rated at 750 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. This engine was the most powerful production naturally aspirated engine in the world at the time. Number 6. Price $600,000. The Aventador Ultimae is a blend of the Aventador S and Aventador SVJ, Anniversary Edition supercar with the iconic V12 internal combustion engine and final production model. It's still powered by the naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 engine that produces 769 horsepower and 531 pound-feet of torque, 39 horsepower more than the Aventador S and 10 horses more than the Aventador SVJ. Number 5. Price $1.8 million. The Ferrari Monza SP1 and SP2 marked the start of a new lineage of models called the Icona series, a program that creates special cars inspired by classic Ferrari models, all to be produced in limited quantity series. Both the SP1 and SP2 are powered by a variant of the naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 found in the 812 Superfast. The engine has been tuned to generate 799 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 530 pound-feet of torque. Number 4. Price $600,000. Ferrari 812 Competizione is a limited production, track-focused version of the 812 Superfast. Under the hood, power comes from a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 that makes 819 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. Peak power hits at 9,250 RPM and the engine revs up to 9,500 RPM. The powertrain lets the coupe reach 62 miles per hour in just 2.85 seconds and 124 miles per hour in 7.5 seconds. Number 3. Price $2.6 million. The ESSENZA SC-V12 is a track-only supercar manufactured by Lamborghini's Squadra Corse Racing division. It gets the most powerful Lambo V12 ever, a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter pumping out 820 horsepower and 560 pound-feet of torque. Like Ferrari's FXX and FXXK programs, the SC-V12's owners don't actually get to drive or even flatbed their cars home. Instead, cars are kept at a dedicated hangar at Sant'Agata and given their own personalized garage space with 24/7 webcams that let their owners check in at any time. Number 2. Price $2.25 million. The Daytona SP3 is the latest in the Icona series of high-performance cars being produced by Ferrari after the Monza SP series. It's powered by the Italian marque's most powerful naturally aspirated V12 ever, a 6.5-liter good for 829 horsepower and 514 pound-feet of torque. Power's routed directly to the rear wheels through the familiar and excellent 7-speed F1 dual-clutch gearbox. Number 1. This is the most powerful naturally aspirated car in the world, Pagani Huayra R. With a 6-liter V12 engine built by Mercedes-Benz's HWA Racing subsidiary, it produces 838 horsepower at 8,250 RPM, as well as 553 pound-feet of torque at 5,500 RPM to 8,300 RPM, and a red line at 9,000 RPM. Pagani will only build 30 units of the Huayra R, each priced at about $3.1 million.